What is going on, everybody? My name is Ghostface Killer 43. Welcome to the channel. I gotta say, first of all, I don't necessarily know exactly what the hell I'm doing with this channel. If I'm just being bluntly honest, I wanted to be a gaming channel. I wanted to be a video reaction channel. I also wanted to be a commentary and also a podcast channel. But you can only do so much, and you have to tackle each type of goal that you want to do for, a particular field. You have to do it one by one. So I guess what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to do this in a commentary type of way, but also podcast type of way. I think that would be best for now. But to just start off, I wanted to go over the movie Abigail. That actually came out sometime last year, and I did a little quick analysis of that video on TikTok. It was on my other account, but it didn't necessarily pop off, I should say, like I wanted it to. But at the same time, it was like, like what can you do? But I really wanted to go over the movie as a whole. So when this movie came out, this is a little bit after, or if not, probably like a little ways away from the whole scandal of Scream 7 and Melissa Barrera being let go over some, political views that she expressed on social media. I want to say it's Twitter, but now it's X. And given the fact of Spyglass's personal views, that was during like the whole. I don't want to like go into like specific details, but that specific war, um, she had actually was let go, and this it was like this whole freaking scandal to where she was basically she was let go, and then they realized they fucked up, and then you know what I mean, like they try to correct it, they try to bring her back. But who the hell wants to go back to a situation to where you got let go and treated that badly over different political views? I understand, like, having a different perspective when it comes to a political view, and then that not aligning with someone else's can be very conflicting. That's kind of like going to where it's one of the three rules. Don't talk about religion at the dinner table. Don't talk about, um, you know, don't talk about your political views, or don't even talk about how to raise someone else's kids. That's if those group of people or the family have even kids to want to fight over about. But I digress. I'm kind of getting off track here. But to go into like the movie, I actually thought that Melissa Barrera did a fantastic job. She did an awesome job. She did, honestly, like, it was, in my opinion, one, like, it was basically a comeback, if you will, of everything, of all the literal, just tomfoolery that was expressed during all of that stuff. I personally think that, this was one of her good performances of her having a comeback. Um, Alicia Wire or Weir, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but she was also pretty good too. She was the actress that played Abigail. I honestly thought that she did a pretty good job as well. You also have some other well-known names here. Catherine Newton, who played Sammy, thought she did a fantastic job. Kevin Duran, Peter, he always, and it never fails. He just always ends up being in these types of roles to where he's either just the blunt force type of guy, the asshole, you can't really talk to him. He's not really that approachable, but at the same time, he's kind of likable in a weird, funny way. So that I thought that was pretty cool. You also have other names like Giancarlo Esposito, basically Gus Fring in Breaking Bad. He was actually pretty good in this movie too. He was I mean, I think it's safe to say, given the fact that it's already been well over almost a year now since this movie came out. He's basically the main antagonist, or at least one of the main antagonists in the movie. So, you know, the thing that I wanted to go over is, when it comes to horror movies, I want to say this was like a little bit of a slower pace than what you're used to. It's that, standard vampire movie and whatnot. It's just that type of movie to where it's going to be slow pace, but then when things start progressing and then people start, like just in general, just start like getting amped up, and then the pace is going to start picking up. And it usually picks up like around towards the end of the movie in the third act. So yeah, I just the reason I wanted to mostly touch over Abigail is because of the sole fact that, you know, you take an actress like Melissa Barrera, right? And you take the fact that she was dealing with so much based off of the Scream franchise and everything, and just honestly, like with everything that just happened in that whole situation. And the thing that I do personally love about Melissa Barrera personally is the fact that she was able to come back from that. And honestly, this was a really good movie. She's also starred in something like a Frankenstein type of movie or something like that. That was like a little bit well after Abigail. But honestly, like this is just something that I wanted to touch on. Honestly, if I had to say, I would probably give this movie like maybe like a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's definitely worth watching. It's definitely worth looking into. And honestly, guys, that's just my intake on Abigail the movie. I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a review. I'm not necessarily professional when it comes to review, but I will say that this is just something that you're going to be seeing a little bit more of. Now, it being a gaming channel, I personally want it to be a gaming channel, a reacting channel, you know, movie review channel, just the whole nine yards. You know what I mean? But it's just a little hard to kind of get to that point, knowing that you can't just zigzag everywhere. There has to be some consistency. There has to be some type of foundation when it comes to um, doing something like this. But that's all I have for you guys, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.